In the quiet stretches of 15th century Europe, amid the damp banks of rivers and lakes scattered across Germany and France, an elegant creature was beginning to take shape. Not in the salons of nobility, but in the chilly spray of water and the steady rhythm of the hunt. Today, the poodle is often known for its refined elegance and perfectly sculpted curls parading through dog shows and film sets. But step back in time, and we find a very different image. A hardy water retriever with unmatched intelligence, purpose-bred for retrieving a waterfowl from icy depths. The journey of this breed, from its utilitarian origins to its current-day status as a companion, performer, and icon of culture, is as rich and complex as the curls of its coat. The poodle's roots dig deep into the heart of medieval Europe. While heavily associated with France, where it would later gain status as the national dog, the poodle's true birth home is believed to be Germany. The name Poodle itself likely comes from the German word Pudel, or Pudeln, which means to splash in water. Aptly named, considering their primary role, to dive into lakes and streams to retrieve ducks and other waterfowl felled by hunters. Early breeders sought not just any dog for these tasks, but one with a unique combination of qualities, possessing strength and endurance to swim in cold waters, the intelligence to follow complex human commands, and a hypoallergenic coat that resisted the chill. This last feature, the poodle's now famous curly coat, wasn't initially about fashion. It was function first. Hunters shaved portions of the dog's body to lighten them for swimming, while leaving tufts around the joints and chest to protect vital organs and limbs from the cold and potential injury. That stylized grooming, seemingly ostentatious by today's standards, started purely as a method of utility, a reminder that even beauty in nature often begins with purpose. As centuries drew on, the poodle's status began to shift. French nobility took a particular shine to their intelligence, agility, and trainability. And by the 17th and 18th centuries, poodles had moved from the hunting grounds to aristocratic salons. Artists and royalty alike were enamored. In fact, famed Spanish painter Francisco Goya even incorporated poodles into some of his art, a nod to their rise as cultural symbols. But before we climb too quickly into the stories of kings and powdered wigs, it's worth stepping quietly into the daily life of a poodle today. Picture a well-lit kitchen as morning sunlight spills through tall windows, casting golden patches on polished wood floors. A standard poodle, regal and poised yet ever approachable, pads lightly across the room, curly coat bouncing gently with every stride. They pause at their owner's side, tail flicking lightly in greeting, eyes bright and alert. Morning rituals are sacred to the modern poodle. They thrive on routine and seem to possess an innate intelligence that anticipates their human schedules before they're said aloud. The day might begin with a brisk walk through the neighborhood or a playful romp in the backyard. Poodles, whether toy, miniature, or standard in size, are energetic and thrive on both mental and physical stimulation. Games of fetch aren't just idle fun. For a poodle, they're echoes of ancient retriever instincts. A toy cast across the lawn is pursued not with blind fervor, but with calculated precision and evident excitement. There's always a curiosity in their actions, a desire to understand not just the what, but the why. Later in the afternoon, perhaps inside the calm of a sunroom or in the backyard shade, you'll find them watching, always watching, For poodles are observant creatures. They notice the slightest change in tone, the faintest shift in mood. This sensitivity to human emotion has allowed them to take on many new roles beyond the companionship of waterfowl hunters. Therapy work, service assistants, dog sports, or circus performances, their repertoire of talents is unmatched. Few breeds can nimbly leap through hoops in the morning and rest quietly alongside a sick child in the afternoon. In terms of temperament, poodles straddle a fascinating line between high energy and refined calm. They are loyal without being clingy, intelligent without being defiant, playful yet deeply dignified. They tend to form strong relationships with their human companions, sometimes even picking favorites within families. However, unlike breeds bred strictly for guarding or herding, poodles adapt well to most environments if their need for stimulation is met. And here lies an important note. Potential dog owners often look to appearance before temperament, and poodles can suffer for it. Their beautiful coats, when left unattended, mat easily. Their minds, left idle, grow anxious or mischievous. A bored poodle is a dog seeking purpose. In families or with individuals who understand and respect their need for routine, mental challenge, and physical exercise, poodles shine. Surprisingly, despite their highbrow image, poodles are comedians at heart. They love to make their humans laugh and often engage in intentionally silly antics. This may recall their long history of theatrical work, especially in the 18th and 19th centuries, when poodles became popular circus performers, dazzling crowds with their ability to walk tightropes, perform acrobatics, and even play musical instruments. Their expressive faces, listening ears, and agile bodies made them natural stars on the stage. One might be astonished to learn that during the Napoleonic era, poodles were even trained as military working dogs, acting as sentries and messengers during wartime. Their intelligence made them ideal for discreet communication and protection, though these duties are less renowned compared to their life as companions. No discussion of the poodle is complete without exploring their three recognized sizes: standard, miniature, and toy. Though varying in physical stature, they remain identical in breed standards, possessing the same keen intelligence, coat type, and general disposition. Standards were the original hunters. Miniatures emerged as truffle hunters in forests of France, small enough to root through the underbrush with ease, yet formidable in spirit. Then, as European social trends shifted toward domestic companions, toy poodles arrived, a perfect aristocrat's lapdog, sherbet-sized but mighty in attitude. There's a curious scientific trait hidden in their gene pool as well, one not often mentioned outside scholarly circles. The poodle possesses a genetic predisposition for a nearly human-like ability to empathize with emotion. Studies have shown that poodles consistently outperform many other breeds in recognizing human facial expressions and responding accordingly. This echoes countless anecdotes from owners who swear their poodles just know what they're feeling. In art and culture, the poodle's presence remains enduring. From silver screens to literature, commercials to fine art, this breed, perhaps more than most, holds a mirror to the various eras it's lived through. In the 1950s, the poodle skirt became a symbol of mid-century American femininity. In modern times, their image graces boutique pillows, social media, and viral videos. But for all their flair, the essence of the poodle remains wonderfully unchanged. Beneath the caricature of the show-ring poodle in top knots and pom-poms is a practical, clever, earthy dog with a twinkle in its eye. They are just as comfortable on a sofa as they are in a muddy field, provided they're beside a human they love. As the sun sets and evening closes in, the modern poodle finds its favorite place, usually wherever the family is. Whether stretched across a velvet rug or perched lightly atop a couch cushion, the poodle rests its head with a sense of sedentary nobility, ears twitching at every subtle sound, playing the part of both guardian and companion. There's no need for grandeur now, no shows, no tricks, just quiet presence, the keen gaze of centuries behind it, and a gentle breath waiting for tomorrow's morning light. In reflecting on the totality of the poodle, what arises is not a story of mere elegance, but of enduring adaptability. A once rugged water retriever, now a modern marvel, the poodle's legacy is not fixed in a single identity, but rather in its capacity to evolve, to charm, to serve, and to endure. Through history's prism, the breed emerges not only as an exquisite animal, but as a reflection of human desire for companionship, for beauty, for laughter, and for love bound in soft curls. A dog regal in presence and quick in wit. That is the ever-enchanting, ever-surprising poodle.